So it's now the top of the hour. And as Father Time would say, the end of the year. And oh, whew, as Omicron continues to surge, and we are still here. And as my dear colleague, Karen, who is also leads meditations in the app, likes to say, I'm okay. And I think that has become a little bit of my mantra this year. So I am Jill Apperson. I am one of the founders of JabuMind. It's a mindfulness app for teachers that we rolled out during the very first COVID-19 to support teachers in their social and emotional health as they were supporting children. We now are 2.5 years into this, are filled with over 300 meditations in the weekly that are guided by teachers from across the globe. So the website is JabuMind.com. You can email me at jill@JabuMind.com with any questions, and also info@JabuMind works as well. I'm excited to do this visioning with you. This is such a treat for me to share something that is so dear to my heart, and that is going deep inside. And that's where I believe the wisdom and the answers lie for each one of us, but also peace from the chaotic world that is around us. There's always that sense of peace inside. Although one might believe there's also a whole lot of fear that can come up and other emotions internally. I want us to share now that exploration of that deeper wisdom that we all have inside of ourselves as we look back at this past year of 2021. So go ahead and get yourself as comfortable as you can. You don't have to even be seeing my face. You can get super comfortable. You can get a blanket. Go ahead and let us know if you'd like. It's super fun. Hi, Carolina. Where you're popping in from, you can put that in the chat. A couple technical things. If it freezes, there's the little refresher bar in the top corner. On the right, there's the chat. Although we're going to use that very sparingly because we want you to go inward. And that's hard when we're staring at a screen. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable, and we are going to begin. I want to begin this meditation by reading a poem by Audre Lorde. I recently learned about her poetry. She has passed, but her poetry lives on. She was a self-described Black, lesbian, mother, warrior, poet who dedicated both her life and her creative talent to confronting and addressing injustices in our world. And this poem is called Second Spring. We have no passions left to love the spring, who had suffered autumn as we did alone, walking through dominions of a browning laughter, carrying our loneliness, our loving, and our grief. How can we know another spring? For there will come no flower where was fruit before. Now we have little use for spring's relentless seeking, who walked the long and unquestioned path straight into autumn's arms, who saw the summer's passions wither into a leaf to hide our naked tears. Earth is still sweet, For autumn teaches bearing, and new sun will warm our proud and cautious feet. But spring came once, and we have seen the road that led through summer, beautiful and bright as clover on a hill, become a vast and appalling wilderness and rain. While we stood still, wrapped on the autumn's knowing, binding cold love to us with the corners of her shroud. I think what I really loved about this poem is the cyclical nature of life, and also the inherent wisdom of nature and in the unknowing. And I just want to invite you, as we begin our visioning for 2021, to journey with curiosity and confidence as your guide. And I just want to light this candle with the intentions setting the intentions for our visioning. Okay. Now, go ahead and gently close your eyes. Take some nice, full, deep breaths. Begin to feel your body gently soften on the exhale. See if you can drop from your busy mind, chatter, and go deep into your body. Just as you exhale, soften down into your chair. Feel the chair supporting you. Feeling the glorious earth under the chair supporting you. Now imagine yourself, take your mind's eye and take yourself out into nature. It can be in the mountains, it can be wherever, in a park, wherever you want. But go ahead and take yourself in your imaginative, creative eyes out into nature. See yourself caressed by nature. Now look down at your feet and see yourself on a trail. And that trail behind you was 2021. And you turn around and look in front of you, and that's 2022. So you're in this present moment, on this trail, in nature. And remember, curiosity and confidence are your guides. And you're going to walk down, journey back down into 2021, and look down at that trail. Be curious. Is it rocky? Is it wide open? Is it lined with lots of little milestones? Or is it densely covered, a densely covered trail with like dead trees and brambles that you can barely walk through? But go ahead and walk down that path of 2021 with a sense of curiosity and wonder. And now, what lessons were learned in 2021? See yourself moving through some challenging situations that you went through and you came out through. But look around in nature. Maybe there's a plant, maybe there's an animal, maybe there's a color, maybe there's a bubbling spring. Whatever it is, look around and see what this challenging circumstance taught you in this deep inner knowing. Not something someone told you, not something you read, but something you just know deep in your deep, truest, highest self. You can always go back and replay this and journal later. So there's going to be a journaling component, but right now, just enjoy the experience. But if you are a journaler and want to journal, you can jot it down. When you're looking and you're walking along this path, going to just ask a couple questions for you to ponder and let your deeper inner self answer. Where did you expend tremendous amounts of energy? And was this energy expended from a place of your highest good and joyous giving? Or did it feel like it was pulled from you from a place of fear and reactivity? Just take note. There's no judgment. No judgment. And as you walk along this path, let that veil of perceptions fall away because you have an inner knowing now. And as you walk down this path, what do you want to leave behind in 2021? Just be curious about what comes. Try not to analyze it. Now ask yourself, what are the three biggest stressors in your life in 2021? I know that might seem kind of comical because there might be more than three, but just go ahead and think of the three biggies. And looking back on those, what were the learned effects you had of those stressors on your body and on your life? Did they bring stress and anxiety and fear into your body? And if so, maybe you might ask where. Now, looking around at your path in 2021, the beautiful scene of nature, what knowingness and strengths have you learned in 2021 that you are going to take forward? You know what you want to leave behind. What do you want to take forward into 2022? You know deep in your heart it needs to go with you. You might even ask yourself, how do I see these strengths playing out in 2022? You put them towards my home life, towards my work, towards a hobby, whatever it is. Just see how those strengths can empower and nurture you in 2022 in your life. Just wonder, open yourself to the feeling of awe and wonder at your tremendous ability to have this knowingness within you. The knowingness of what to leave, what to take forward. And now allow yourself to feel the freedom of what knowing feels like. How empowering from the inside out. And breathe into that. And knowing that by witnessing the present moment, you always have that knowingness inside you. You just have to ask and listen and be still. And now as you walk towards the trail, bringing yourself to the point where you started this journey, where 2021 meets 2022, and you have these precious gems of knowingness that you've learned from nature, maybe in your pocket, that can be stepping stones for 2022. Feel yourself surrounded by nature. Look forward at your path into 2022. Know 2021 is behind you. You are stronger. Have more discernment. Have more insight. Have more self-love and compassion. And if it feels appropriate, go ahead and share in the chat what you want to take into 2022. And we can collectively empower one another with our intentions for 2022. I know for me, it's that sense of inner peace that I want to take forward. And now just know that you have covered some really tough terrain. and you are prepared, strong, loved, whole, complete, and perfect just as you are. Feel yourself in your chair. Take some nice, full, deep breaths. Nice, full, deep exhales. And if you want to let out a collective sigh, that is absolutely okay as well. So, Happy New Year. May I be the very first to say it. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. And please, don't be strangers. We really are here and want to do our monthly YouTube lives. We also have Zoom calls. So subscribe to our channel. Our next one will be in January, called New Beginnings. And again, so many meditations by amazing integrative restoration teachers in the app. You can go to our website, and in all of January, we want to give it to everyone for the whole year at 50% off. And that's just our gift to you, because we know that it's a value, and we want to meet you where you are, and you can share it with your teachers, other teachers, your children's schools, the administrators, wherever it is. We are a grassroots social entrepreneur organization that is all about sharing goodness and a depth of love that only can be passed from person to person. So check it out. It's on Google Play, the App Store, and I think that's about it. So thank you, everyone, and be well, and we shall see you soon.